Hi, I'm Wolf, and this is Arcanaignition. The moon is a waning gibbous, and I'm going to read some tarot for you. My question this evening is from my dear friend, who is going by Adam Wells today. And Adam wants to know, how can I grow to better set healthy personal boundaries when in conflict with those I love? And Adam, something I really like about this question is the use of the word grow. To me, grow implies this slow, or if not slow, at least in sync with all of the natural timing and an organic process. It's not like you're expecting to just, boom, have better boundaries. It's something you want to move into in an organic, fluid way. So let's see what the cards have to say for you. I'm using the Robin Wood deck today, and we're going to pull a couple tarot cards. All right, the first card I'm pulling for you is the Six of Wands. Six of Wands is about victory. It's about the kind of victory that other people see and appreciate. In this card, you're literally on a white horse waving a flag while everybody's cheering you on. So this has to do with taking actions that bring you in alignment with this victorious self. And the second card I'm pulling for you Judgment. Oh, can you see that? There you go. Judgment. Judgment is the second to last card in the Major Arcana. And Judgment is about this now or never, not necessarily attitude, but reality. This now or never thing about the world whereby now is the only time and the only option we have for living the life we want and being the human we want is right now. This card is associated with the Phoenix, with rebirth. It might be the time when Christ, sorry, I'm not as well versed in this as I could be. Christ does something that brings all the dead back to life. So, interesting then that Judgment is both about the unrepeatability of the now and also rebirth and second chance. And the last card that I'm pulling for you, we have another Major Arcana card, the Hanged Man. And the Hanged Man is about surrender. The element of the Hanged Man is water. And when we think of how water slides through the path of least resistance, and if it has the option to go around or over a thing, it's going to go around a thing until there's so much that it makes sense to go over it. There's this way in which water is very predictable in that it'll flow. So this card is asking us to flow like water, to be open to whatever comes. And this card is also related to Odin on the world tree, and this sense that if you hang out in this kind of flip-flopped position, you could get some pretty valuable knowledge, as long as you're not struggling and trying to get out of this. So now let's read these cards together and see if we can get you some insight into how you can grow to better set healthy personal boundaries when in conflict with those who you love. So, growing to better set personal boundaries. First, I see the Six of Wands is moving towards the two major arcana cards. So to me, this says that you setting personal boundaries feels like victory. When you can do that, you'll know you got it because you'll feel like you won something. In terms of how you can set those boundaries, these are two pretty big cards. And the first thing it's telling me is that you're grappling with setting personal boundaries and trying to is a really major part of why you're on this planet right now. That's usually my read for major arcana cards. This has to do with the reason you're on the planet. And we've got two of them. We have Judgment, a very mystical return, rebirth, opportunity is now and only now. And then we have the Hanged Man, which is let it flow, let it slide, let it go, release. So you're gonna show up in this Judgment way. Your boundaries are not a small thing. Your boundaries are a pretty major big part of what's allowing you to get through whatever chunk of life you're experiencing right now. And the way to set your personal boundaries is to show up fully. Show up completely. Think of this as your rebirth. You have a new opportunity to set these boundaries. 2021, you could have dumped some of these relationships in the dumpster, but you chose not to. You're giving them a second chance, and you owe it to yourself to make that second chance really give it your all. And I don't at all feel conflicted about saying, hey, give it your all and surrender. In fact, I think it's easier to surrender after we've given it our all. I think that after you've put all you got into this project, the next step is to let go. In other words, once you begin to make these boundaries and make yourself clear and be this person riding on the horse, be this phoenix coming out of the cauldron, then the next step is to let go of that. I am distracted because somebody just walked in and I'm pretending that they didn't. But I am committed to posting my first take of every single one I do. So, okay, our visitor has left. In summation, Adam, I'm telling you that this work you're doing, this thing you're trying to grow, is super connected to what you are doing here and what you are here to learn. I'm telling you that you can set boundaries in a way that will allow you to release. Maybe the person who you are bounding isn't going to like it. That's not your business. That's part of the release. You're going to ride by on your horse and take this really seriously, as far as you can take it seriously. And then once you've done what you can do, you're going to let that shit go. Okay, Adam Wells, I hope that helps. And That entryway kind of threw me for a loop there. But if you are watching this and you have a different interpretation for Adam, then feel free to post it in the comments so he can read it. And if you have a question for me, send it to arcanaignition@gmail.com. Finally, if you're having fun watching this, go ahead and click the subscribe button.